What is up, everyone? Today we're back in Road to 2000 Elo. We're going to be reviewing 6 chess games today, and we're going to be analyzing, we're going to be trying to find what to do in future games. So let's go dive right into it. This game was the first game I played today. I played King's Indian. This is all standard. And right here, my opponent played this. This is a good move because I played this, and he wants to stop the bishop from coming over here. I did this, struck the center. He didn't take, so I hopped in. I was trying to add more pressure, but the thing is that he could actually do this. But I thought it was fine because after that I could probably go back, and then I could probably chip at it later. Right here, the Stockness monster actually suggests going over here. I thought this was insane because, like, he could go attack it or something. But you can play this or something. So, and then you can just like reroute the knight back. But I just went back, kept it simple. Right here, I played a6. He castled, and I chipped away at the center. He went over here. He's planning to trade the bishop. I went over here. He went over here. What I should have done is I should have pushed. I took instead, but it's still okay. He takes, I take. He went over here. You might think this move kind of looks dumb. It is, but you got to hear the process behind it. So after this, I was going to take with the pawn. And then I was going to like develop and maybe try pushing for something over here. He plays a bad move. I take, he takes, and right here I should have played a queen d6. Instead I played queen f6, which was bad, and he played an inaccuracy. I took, and I was supposed to go queen d6 because queen d6 keeps an eye on everything. But instead I traded. It was a bad move because it isolates the pawn, and he actually blundered back. What I had to play is this, and then you just win a bishop. Just a clean bishop up, but I didn't see that. And instead I played f5 and completely lost the advantage, and now I'm losing. I played this, and he could have played this move, and he would have gotten 2 passed pawns. This was not very good. But instead he didn't, so I went over here. He could have played this c5, but he didn't. He instead took the pawn, I took. He blundered by taking with the rook. I thought taking with the rook was a good move, because like, you got the rook over here, pushing this pawn, and then you get this rook over here to check, to paralyze the pieces. He checked. What Stockfish recommend is to go back over here. But as a human, I was like, maybe if I put my king closer to the pawn, I can stop the pawn. Instead of that, he did this. And right here, he should have actually sacked the rook, because if you sack the rook, you get to fork the 2 rooks, or the king and the rook. But instead, he didn't. This allows me to go over here and kind of hang on a little, but this is just loss. This is even more loss after rook b6. So yeah, and like right here, this is just a fork. He went over here. I went up here, and then check. It just wins a bishop. I checked. I was trying to hold on by keeping the rooks, but no, he can just check or go back, but he did this. I went this move, trying to move the pawns so he couldn't advance the other pawns. He went over here. I went up here, and then I went down here. I went over here, put the king over here so he could like assist or something. He went down here, and I moved the rook over here, trying to get some counterplay, but no. He just locked everything. I went back. I played this move. And this just wins a pawn. This wins actually 2 pawns for him. And he takes. I went over here, and this actually blunders checkmate. You check. He moves over here, and this is just mate. Actually, no. Actually, yeah, it is mate. Because the pawn blocks. So he could have just checkmated right here, and then I couldn't go anywhere. See, nowhere to go. So, but he actually took the rook. But I'm still completely lost. And he just played really, really well. He just didn't let me get any counterplay. So, the first game was a loss, but I persisted. And let's check the accuracy. So my opponent played at 83% accuracy. I played at 78% accuracy. This was a very bad move. And I had like 2 chances to like win. Actually, not 2 chances to win, but like some chances to draw. But I did have a chance to win. Because I should have played right here, queen d6, but instead I went over here. And I should have played queen d6 again, but I went over here trying to trade the queens. I thought I would have an advantage. Because I could have like launched a pawn forward, went over here, blocked this pawn, but right here, this is where I could have won. I could have just played this move and then I would have won, but I didn't do that, so I ended up losing because I didn't see this pawn push. Yep, and right here just went all downhill. And he had some pretty good tactics too right here, but he didn't see them, so I was in the game for a little longer than I should have. And yep, let's move on to the second game. The second game is way better. So this is, I'm pretty sure this is second game. I don't know why it doesn't select everything though. Like I tried selecting it, but it just didn't work. Okay, there we go. Selected it all, and now we can start analyzing. So go over here, import game. There we go. Paste the game, and now we can start analyzing. So this game, my opponent played a Sicilian defense. I played the delayed Alpine Sicilian. Stockfish says this is an inaccuracy. Bro played an inaccuracy and like, imagine playing an inaccuracy in 3 moves. Stockfish out here judging. But I just continued developing. He played another inaccuracy. I played an inaccuracy back. But my thoughts was pin this, he can't take, even if he takes here, and here, or here. So yeah. But, oops, why is it highlighted? Okay. I took, he takes, I played this move, attacking. And right here I was like, I shouldn't, wait, I should castle, but I shouldn't, because like he played this move g6, trying to get the bishop out. I'm like, I'm not letting you castle that easily. Your knight is going to have to move. And the thing is that I win a pawn, because like his knight can't go anywhere. If he goes over here, he gets kicked out, because he can't go over here. Actually, no, he doesn't get kicked out that easily. He can actually go over here, but this just blocks his development. And it makes him stay in the center more. So he played this move. But like, just so y'all know, he can't go over here, knight takes. He can't go over here, pawn takes. He can go over here and then go over here after he gets kicked, but it's just not that good. So he decided I should trade, and that's what we did. And I took the pawn. He played that, and I actually traded queens, which was a mistake. Because a check would have been better. He takes, I take, I went over here, put the bishop out, so I can see this diagonal. He went over here, putting pressure on the pawn. I played this move so I could move my rook over here, and the bishop would just stare into a pawn. I went over here, and I was like, he could play this move, and he can take, but like he's gonna lose the bishop here, so he's probably not going to. And he played this move, and I went up here immediately, because like the rooks are really, really good if you put them up here. He takes my knight, I take back. He takes, I take, and he wanted to trade. I went over here. I didn't want to trade. It's an inaccuracy, I guess, because like he can do this and force trade again, or not force, but just like I get a trade. He played over here, but I was like, I'll go over here. My plan was putting it over here, but I was kind of scared because he could have played this. So that's why I delayed going over there. I played this, trying to kick the bishop. He moves back. Not to a good score because this allows me to get my two rooks inside here. They're going to bulldoze over here. One rook went to hiding, and then he plays this. And this is a skewer. He checks, and then he plays this move. I'm like, what is this move? Like, dude is somehow holding. Like, well, Stockfish says he's not holding, because it's just Stockfish. But, like, I'm not Stockfish, so when I saw this move, I was like, what the heck? If I take, he takes, and then I can take. But, and that's what I did. But I was like, but Stockfish actually recommends take here. So that's just crazy. Oh, wait. Oh, bro, how did I miss this? If takes over here. That's insane. And then, like, Stockfish says here, here, here. Wow. Well, I should have saw that, because, like, this is just, like, a common checkmating pattern. But I didn't see that. Either way, I was like, let's just keep it simple. I'm going to have two connected passed pawns. And two rooks to guard it. And right here, I actually blundered. It's close to equal now. And it's because he can play this move, which is insane. I should have started winding the pawns up or put the rook over here, but I completely threw away the advantage I had, and he's going to win the pawn. And right here, I was like, if he takes, I'll take, and then I can probably just like try getting this pawn up here, but no. He didn't take, I took up here. What the computer recommends is to take here. He actually took up there, which allowed me to push the pawn and kind of like get the pawn more forward. So we just ran the kings over there. And I put the king over here so the rook couldn't take. I went over here, attacked the pawn. He didn't want that, so I attacked the pawn again. He went up here. He went down here. So this just allows me to kick his rook away, and then I can take the pawn. That's what I did. He went down here. And right here, I went back, stopping the king from going any closer. He played this move, and I played the best move, and the point of this move is just get the pawn rolling. I used my king, went up, I attacked it again. Right here was an inaccuracy. Try to get a rook trade, so he couldn't take my pawn. And right here is actually a mistake. But I'm still winning though. He plays a mistake back, and I just right here it just says promote. But I'll just I took the pawn to pin it right here, because either way I'm still promoting this. And oops. Okay, and right here I saw that I didn't have to go over here, because like if he takes, he can't stop my pawn. And if he does take the pawn, I take his pawn, and I will just be winning because I have a rook. So he didn't take that. My pawn goes flying. His pawn, if he goes down here and promotes it, will be eaten by the rook. And this was the first win of the game. I mean, of the day. And right here, I played at 91% accuracy. Wait, how does 3 inaccuracies, 4 mistakes, and 1 blunder equal 91% accuracy? Huh? But right here, like one good piece of advice would have been to actually just take the rook and go back this way. But either way, yeah, that and this, not playing a4, because a4 just completely drew the game because of this move. Not this move, but this move, because it just stomps the pawn. It wins a pawn, and it makes the game into a draw. So I should have saw that. Sadly, I didn't see that, but it was good that I actually won the game. Okay, let's go on to the next game. It's this one. This one was a pretty fast game. We actually don't need to game review this on Lead Chess because it's just 10 moves. So, oh look, there's the analysis. I'm the black pieces. He played this. What I was gonna do, I probably should have done this first and then played the pawn, but this is just a pretty solid. Played c5, trying to get him to take, and if he doesn't take, I'll just add more pressure. He played this move, I went, added more pressure. He put the bishop right here, and then right here he's losing because he should have taken. And because he didn't take, once he goes over here, it just traps his bishop. I took, and he took back with the queen, pinning the knight. I just unpinned. He played this move, which was just the nail in the coffin for him, because I just take, and then he resigned. So this was an easy win. His knight is attacked. This is just a free knight. I mean, not his knight is attacked. His queen is attacked, and this is just a free knight. This is the 4th game analysis. My opponent actually played a Sicilian defense. I played the delayed Alpine Sicilian. He took, I took, and he gave me a check. I developed. He took the pawn. I took. He took, which was a mistake. And right here, I should have played knight b5, so I could control this square and also go right here to make the king get out of here. But I played bishop c4, which was an inaccuracy. I canceled, but I was thinking about playing this move, but I was like, he can just move the rook, so it's not gonna be that good. So I just played it rook e1. He attacked my bishop. I went back. It says he should have taken the knight. I don't know why, but like if he takes the knight, I just get a really good center. But he plays a bishop b7. I developed my bishop to f4. He attacks it. I go back. He goes right here, and I was thinking about playing f4, but like I was planning to go right here, so I could in the future have this deadly pin, not pin, but like fork if he were to ever move the rook to over here. But I went over here, so I could have my eyes on this, and potentially go over here to get this bishop, so I could get the bishop pair. He went over here, and I was like, oh, this is just a fork. I take, and he takes, but like, he can actually go right here. And if he went right here, takes, he would have gotten this, but maybe I could have gone over here. Actually, no, not over there. That would lose me the game. Maybe I could have gotten over here. And if that, maybe he could have gone over here. Actually, no, he couldn't have gone over here because a bishop would be under attack. So he would probably defend first, then he would probably go after my pawn, but he didn't. Instead, he blundered. He tried dislodging the pawn, and unfortunately, that led to a quick checkmate. I don't see any important tips. Maybe this one, going to b5. But other than that, and bishop over here to line up here, I'm not sure what I should have done. Yeah, I like this because it looked like a pretty good fork, but he had this move to save the game. He didn't find it though, so he lost. Let's see, what is the accuracy? 93% accuracy. Wait, what? The other game was 91% accuracy. It was like 3 mistakes, 4 inaccuracies, and 1 blunder, but I have 1 inaccuracy and it's 93. How does this make sense? But it's good to see that I only have 1 inaccuracy. My opponent has 74% accuracy, so it wasn't that good. But yeah, he should have gone over here, and that would have maintained the game. Either way, this was a pretty good game, and let's move on to the next one. This one. I'm gonna get the PNG. Why is it being so annoying? There we go. Come on. Okay, there we go. There we go. And right here I played the Scotch Gambit. I've been playing this recently because of its tactics. So right here, what you're supposed to do is like something like this. But it's actually kind of equal though. But either way, I took. Right here, he should have taken. I was like, oh yeah, he can take as well. But he didn't see that. I castled. Still, that fork is there. He didn't see that. I didn't see that. He went to attack, and then we both played inaccuracies in the opening. He played this. I attacked him to go back. He went up there, and right here the Stockness monster says I have an advantage, so doing pretty good. I kicked the bishop out. He took. I took. And then look at these bishops. Look how powerful they are. He puts support in the center. I go over here looking to do this and take the rook. I did this. I didn't see that the knight was protecting, so he doesn't actually have to play this. But I went back, which was an inaccuracy, but still a good end to this. I went over here, lining up the bishop and the queen to checkmate right here. He played f4. I played en passant. He did this. I went over here trying to remove the knight. He played this move. I attacked his rook. He did not move the rook. I'm not sure why he didn't. He took. I took. And then I went over here to put pressure on the bishop. He went over here, and I was like, wow, this is kind of a good idea. Because he attacks it. He attacks this pawn. And I right here I was calculating, because like I saw if takes, I still have to do something about this pawn. But I found this takes. I could actually push the pawn forward, but he has this move. I have this move though. Even though he moves his queen, I check and I get a queen trade. He takes. I go up here, attack the knight. He went back. I'm not sure why he went back. Because this just drops knight, and then he resigned. Alright, bro. 6 inaccuracies and 92% accuracy. Last one was 1 inaccuracy, and it was 93. What does this mean? Francis, 85% accuracy. Yeah, this, I'm not sure if there's anything to see. Oh, maybe right here. Right here in this attack. What does Stockfish recommend? Stockfish doing all of this. Huh. But I think I played it pretty well. Since I got the 2 bishops. Just staring right here. I like the en passant right here because it looks super cool. I went over here. I should have probably played this sooner, but he didn't protect his rook or move it upwards, so just took. And the rest was pretty good. Now onto, I think, one of the last games. This one was the one that got me to 1600. And this one was like 26 moves. I just realized I don't have to click everything and then just drag it to select. I can just press Control A. Okay, paste. Okay, he played the Nimzovich Larson attack. This is a pretty fun opening to play. It's kind of like the modern, but for white. He played this move, and I was like, huh, this doesn't make that much sense. Right here, it says I should play this. I'm not really familiar with the Nimzovich Larson attack. I played it, but like, my opponents don't play it that much, so I was just like, I'll just put the knights forward, play it solidly. He took, I took. This was an inaccuracy. I played this move. And then I just kept it solid, adding another defender to this pawn. You played a5, I mean not a4, but I just put the bishops in the middle. He went over here. Right here, the stock shark says to immediately play this move. I'm not quite sure. Oh yeah, I know what this move accomplishes now. The move accomplishes destroying this dude's castle. But I was like, I'll just get the bishop pair. And turns out that was actually a mistake, but I'm still winning. I went over here, keeping an eye on this diagonal, and preparing to go over here, or over here to attack him. He played knight over here. The good thing is about this pawn is that it's like it's stopping the knight from going over here, so I played a6 to prevent the knight from going over here. He played this, I locked the center and kicked out the knight. I castled, which was an inaccuracy. And right here, this stockfish actually says a sacrifice. What does sacrificing do? Sacrifice. Oh, because you have this bishop. Because you got this other bishop that can help. That's why. Either way, I just continued. I did this, attacking the knight. He went over here, attacking the pawn. I just defended it. He did this, I took. I'm not sure why he played that move, because like I could take and my queen is still defending. But he played that. I took with the bishop. He moved over here. And right here, I was like, I'm just going to defend this. Keep it even more solid. He went over here. I have no idea what this move does. It just attacks this. But like, I attack his queen. Even if he does take over here, I'll just move over here. And then his queen is under attack, and he's going to be checkmated. He saw that though, so he went over here to protect. I went over here. And then he played this move, which is just game over. Right here, I actually missed a really, really forcing line. But he unfortunately did that. And I actually got to do something really, really cool. I actually played this move. I was like, oh no, it's over for him. Because it's just mate now. You sacrifice the pawn. He can't take this pawn. If he takes, it's checkmate. And in the end, he took, and I checkmated. This was really, really cool. And I got, he got 82% accuracy. I got 89%. And I like this game a lot because of this checkmate. Look how cool this looks. There's the queen doing all this, the bishop, the pawn sacrifice, and whatever this knight was doing over here. This is pretty funny. But yeah, that's going to conclude Road to 2000 Elo. If you guys have any tips, leave them in the comments below. Have a good one. Special thanks to the 70 subscribers out there. Stay tuned for more chess content and Road to 2000 Elo.